Welcome back to T-Boys TV. Obviously, we're back. We're back again. Well, I say we're back. It's the first time Kenny's ever come on this channel, but I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, done the Luton show earlier with my dad. Now we're on to Premier League predictions, episode 8. You know how it is now. We go through the previous games, and then obviously we predict the upcoming games. But obviously, as you can see, I'm here with Kenny. I think he's doing something right now. I'm not too sure. But yeah, big up everyone that's already in the chat. We're going to read the chat to start off. Ravi says, big up yourself. He also says, Eddie Howe looks like he could be new Newcastle manager. Yeah, we'll get into that. You didn't even put new there, but I said new for some reason. Big up Max. He says, hey, Tyler. Big up. Yeah, obviously, I'll just get into it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start predicting. We ain't on that bit yet. What I'm on about. We're going to start reviewing even. Jesus. The previous games. So, yeah, we'll start off with the Arsenal game. Beating Leicester. Bear with me. Yeah, we'll start off with that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, obviously Arsenal winning 2-0. Now, obviously, you lot know I went to Preston versus Luton away. Obviously, Luton's my second team. You know, like Arsenal winning 2-0, that was the early 12:30 kickoff. But yeah, Arsenal very good in that first half. Goal from Gabriel in the 5th minute. Great header. Schmeichel had no chance. Great to see because I can't stand Schmeichel. Yeah, they got that goal. And then Smith Rowe got a goal. Lacazette was going forward. He lost the ball. Smith Rowe got it edge of the box. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Great shot. But Kenny's here now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too sure if he can hear me though. I think we're getting technical difficulties out here. Can you hear me all good, Kenny?
Yeah, right now I can. Just my speaker just randomly went off. Like,
all right, he's here. He's here now. You know what I'm saying? He's there. He's there. He's every. You know the rest. But yeah, Arsenal winning 2-0. But the moment of that game was probably the Ramsdale save. What a save that was! And for me, if Ramsdale carries on like this, he has to get over Pickford for England. I know Pickford does all right for England, but he's so inconsistent. And he still has them games where he's playing like Flappy Bird, you know what I mean? But what do you think about that, Kenny? You think he should get over him if he carries on?
I think Ramsdale. I think Ramsdale a very good keeper. I think even previous years when he got relegated, I think it was mainly the rest of the team. He was still making key saves for Sheffield United and Bournemouth, and even Chesterfield. Yeah, I think. I mean, honestly, I think if he keeps this up, he could honestly get into the England squad next year in the World Cup, and he could be the starting keeper if he keeps this up, of course. Yeah, I think he's a decent keeper. But David De Gea and Dean Henderson are clear. I'm sorry.
Obviously, you had to get that in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, since Ramsdale's come in, you know, the leadership, the saves, obviously, you know, the desire, that is what Arsenal needed because Leno's a good shot stopper, but he's not good with his feet. And nowadays, as a goalkeeper, you need to also be good with your feet. And when it comes to distribution and that, and he's not the greatest at that. But yeah, I'm going to read some comments. Chris says, big up the panel, big up yourself. Max also says, big up. Chris says, just arrived from spending day with my missus at Blackpool. Nice. He also says, Arsenal have to win some games for all for nothing. I know you meant to put all nothing. Amazon Prime documentary they're doing. Yeah, trust me. Max also says, here we go. Ramsdale earns an apology for all those fans that doubted him before the season. I wasn't one of them. I knew he'd do well. Ramsdale has hands. Pickford has hand size of raisins. Yeah, facts. But yeah, back to this comment. Now, I knew he would do well for Arsenal. People like to talk about the relegated stat, but you have to remember the defence in front of him. You can't blame all of that on Ramsdale. And even last season, when Sheffield United were near the bottom, he was one of their best players, in my opinion. So, yeah. But, yeah, obviously Arsenal winning 2-0. Second half was a bit dead. You know what I mean? But they got the job done from everything in the first half, and especially Ramsdale with that save. But yeah, moving on to the next game at Vicarage Road. Get in there. They lost again. You know what I'm saying? Shay Adams, what a goal though! What a goal! Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen it actually.
Oh mate, it was a rocket, absolute rocket, right in the top corner as well. Ben Foster, stick that on your vlog. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like Southampton had a lot of chances early on. Shay Adams also had another chance after that goal. Header. I don't know how he didn't score that when it was played across to him. I think he's just unlucky, to be honest. Watford had a few chances. Had a chance right at the end. Great save. But yeah, Southampton, if I'm being honest, deserved it. You know, they were more on job, if I'm being totally honest. And yeah, as I said, Watford had a few chances, but you know, Southampton were the better overall team. But yeah, I'll read some comments. Chris says, I've always rated Ramsdale. Same here, man. Same here. Max says, let's just remember that Pickford didn't concede at all in Euros. So think about before you start slandering him. No, I said he's good for England, but he is inconsistent. And what people don't like to talk about, because we're usually cruising in them games, he's still messing about. And lucky enough, teams we play in the World Cup qualifiers, bar Poland, the opposition's not the greatest. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he'd done that against like an Italy or something, mate, you know, it would be peak. But yeah, there's that game. Moving on to the next game, which was a Liverpool game. Obviously, I won't go on for this for too long, so I've done a reaction and that. First half, we were brilliant. Obviously, drew 2-2 with Brighton. I haven't even said the points. So for Leicester Arsenal, I said 2-1. So I got a point. Alex, who's on last week, big him up. He said 1-0 Leicester. Obviously, he got no points. Watford Southampton, I said 2-2 draw. I got no points. Alex said 2-1 Watford, no points. Obviously, it started last week as well. The points was 37. But yeah, Liverpool, I said 2-0 Liverpool. I thought it'd be a tough game, but I thought we'd just, you know, do it due to us being at Anfield. You know, if we want to be winning the league, we have to be beating Brighton at home. Like if it was away, I'd be a bit like, okay, fair enough. But I don't know. But and then Alex said 3-1 Liverpool, so obviously we got no points there. But yeah, first half is brilliant. Every goal in this game was good, in my opinion. People are saying the first one, he meant to cross it, the Brighton player. Either way, it caught us out and we had no chance. But second half, we were poor. You know what I mean? We were poor. I don't even want to talk about it. Obviously, I've done a match reaction and that, so I'm not going to go on for too long about that game anyway. But yeah, I'm going to read some comments. Max says, oh no, I read that bit. Chris says, those who doubted Ramsdale need to go live with the birds in Yeah, trust me. I weren't on that slamming him because I know he's a good keeper. But yeah, we'll move on to the next game, which was a Chelsea 3-0 win at St James's Park. Now, I was very close on this. I said 3-1 Chelsea, so obviously I got a point. Alex went for a mad one. He went for a 7-goal thriller. He went 5-2 Chelsea. He went for a madness, mate. But obviously Chelsea winning 3-0. Reece James, first goal was brilliant. Second goal, decent. You know what I mean? Like, the keeper weren't in the greatest position, but he literally just made a save before that. But Reece James getting 2. I've seen these memes. Reece James's Park, not St James's Park, you know what I mean? And then Jorginho scoring a penalty, clear penalty. But yeah, I just knew the quality of Chelsea would be too much. Like Newcastle, the money's not come in yet. You can't spend it yet. You know what I mean? But yeah, Kenny, did you see that game?
Yeah, I think with Newcastle, I think it's good. I think they could get relegated this year. I think that their target is just going to be to survive this year. They've looked awful this year. I don't think Steve Bruce was the problem. I really think that they're probably right now they're on course to go down. They got no wins. They're They're 2 points up bottom, if I'm not wrong. So
Yeah,
I
I
think,
believe that's right.
I just think they're really, really disappointing. And yeah, I think in January maybe depends who they sign and depends who wants to come to them. I think it depends on the league position. There are not many players who want to come to them. But yeah, that's why I think they could pull away in January, but I just don't think they will get the interest.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. But read some comments. Chris says, let's just remember England had the luck of the draw in Euro 2020, exactly, and World Cup 2018, and bottled it before we start jumping on bouncy castle, exactly. Another thing I will say is also the Nations League. We even bottled that. So yeah, let's just remember that. Ravi also says, Arsenal fans always act entitled now. Look how they've fallen. Yeah, they got a few wins of late, but what are they really winning overall? True. I mean, I don't mind Arsenal, but their fans do get a bit carried away, some of them. Chris says, Newcastle getting relegated with that takeover B2 fight. Trust me,
But imagine
that would be
Coutinho in the Championship.
mate, that would be jokes. But yeah, we'll move on from that game. So the next game was Man City losing to Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace is usually Man City's bogey team, especially from what I've seen. I remember that time Palace beat them 4-3. Townsend scored that absolute banger. But yeah, there's been times where they have shocked teams, even Liverpool. They beat us 2-1. I believe that was the last time we lost in the league with fans, if I'm correct. Yeah, I think it is. Like in the Premier League. But yeah, they do tend to go away and shock some teams. They've done it again with City. I was very surprised that City didn't score a goal. Chances they had, hoi, hoi, hoi. But Zaha with an early goal. Now, for me, I think Edison, should have done better there. How do you feel? I know you're gassed because it's your rivals, but do you agree with me?
Yeah, I think Edison really should have done better. There's a lot of times in games. I was in a City that voice chat after the game, and they were all saying how Edison was poor and he'd been poor for a while now, and should have been done better with that. There was one saying they should replace Edison, which I mean I'm not really sure about Edison because I don't really focus on keepers and games, but that's
Yeah, nah. But obviously Zaha getting an early goal, and then the red card, like clear. Laporte getting a red card, clear for me. And then later on in the second half, Gallagher getting a goal. He's done very well since he's come into Palace. But yeah, absolute scenes in that away end. But yeah, as I said, City had chances, but they wasn't like great chances. It was just one of them days, I think, one of them days. And as I said, Palace are also their bogey team. So, but that's obviously helped the other teams that are in and around the title race. Yeah, the next game, from that point, where was it? I said 2-0 City. If only I said the other way around. And Alex said 3-0 City. So obviously we've got no points there. Next game, which was Burnley versus Brentford. Now, obviously, my cousin, Brentford fan, he might come on this. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Obviously, he went to it. You know what I'm saying? Travelled all that way, 7 a.m. in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Rams, barking vibes. You know what I mean? Just to get slapped. I really didn't expect that. Obviously, I said 2-1 Brentford. Thought they'd do it, especially with how Burnley have been. And Alex went for a 0-0 draw. I remember him talking about it. He was like, yeah, mate, it's going to be one of them days up in Burnley. But yeah, obviously 3-1 Burnley. Now, Wood with a goal, Lowton with a goal, and Cornet with a goal. Cornet, what a player he has been. What a signing he has been. And what a goal that was as well. Like, did you see this game at all?
I I have to confess I didn't watch it, but what I am going to say is I do know that feeling of just going all that way because I've been to Newcastle away and I've been to Swansea away, losing 2-1 and 1-0. Like, I've been to bloody Wales. I've been to book a hotel like a week before, just all that way to just lose 2-1 to bloody Swansea City. If I'm not serious.
Oh, it's all right, mate. It's all right, mate. You're not the only one. I went all the way to Preston just to not even score a goal. So, it's peak. But it is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, and then Brentford getting a goal, but too late. I was surprised with Brentford. I know they didn't have their main keeper, Reyes out. They had a few players missing, but I didn't expect that at all. I thought if Burnley were to win, it'd be by a goal. But no, Burnley were very good in that first half. And yeah, the game was done from there. But yeah, I'm going to read some comments. I think I read that one. Ravi says Palace were decent, held their own. Didn't Laporte get sent off? Yes, he did. Yeah, and Palace done really well. Actually, back to that comment. When I was going to Preston, I saw some Palace fans on the way. So yeah, well, saw all sorts, but yeah, saw Palace. Chris also says Palace should have won at Arsenal as well. That is true. Chris also says Cornet is fresh addition to a stale Burnley team. Yeah, that's facts. He's a very good signing for them. But yeah, moving on from that game. The next game was your game, actually, at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. What a basic name, man. Obviously, finished 3-0 United. Now, I said 1-1. So, obviously, I got no points. Alex went for a 3-2. So, obviously, he got 1 point to Man United, obviously. But, yeah, what did you make of the game, Kenny? Obviously, United fan and that.
I thought we'd lose. I really did expect more from Spurs. Of course, Nuno was sacked after. I really did.
El Sakako, mate.
I didn't expect him to get sacked at all because I thought he's only been there 9 games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I did not expect him to get sacked. But it was an awful performance. He had 0 shots on target. Honestly,
yeah, no shots on target. Yeah, that's true.
I don't think we were really actually that good. I think Spurs were just awful. They made us look much better than we were. I think it was on the positive side for us. I think it was Ronaldo's best performance in the United.
Yeah, that was a great goal. That was a great goal. That was.
Yeah, it's a good assist as well. And even the offside goal was good. And that's that. I mean, since then he's the Atalanta game he got scored 2 goals of course, and he's getting the performances now because before he was just getting the goals, and then the performances were just. He was staying in their box the whole game, just standing still. Now he's actually moving about. He's actually putting in the performances. It looks like. Though I think the negative has to say Ollie's still on the job. I can't believe that man still in the appointment. Honestly, these lot beat us 6-1 last season, and people were saying it's a fluke or it's not going to happen again. And then we believe us lose 5-0 to Liverpool. It's not a fluke. It's because we didn't have a buddy plan. We didn't have a buddy plan. Every team has a plan. Even buddy City have a plan for buddy sacking Pep. Remember last season when loads of City fans were saying Pep out, and he was actually under pressure. They were saying, "Oh, they might sack him. They got managers available." Every team's got a plan to sack a manager. I'm sure even Liverpool have a plan in case they need to sack Klopp, and we didn't have a plan to sack Ollie. And if we had a plan, then he would be sacked. But yeah, I think. Spurs were just really disappointing. Even today, they're really disappointing. So honestly, I think Conte might have a struggle with that team. But yeah, that's what my thoughts were.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you think Ronaldo and Cavani should start more together? I thought there was an alright duo in that game, to be honest.
It's a tough one. I think they're a good duo. I just don't like their formation because it leaves out like Rashford, Sancho, and Greenwood and stuff. It hinders development. I also don't think it would work in more games. So I think it's a good duo, but I just don't know how it would fit that in with
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Obviously Rashford with a goal as well, took it well. He does score a lot of goals like that, making a run into the bottom right. Yeah, I remember when he'd done that against my team. know what I'm saying? But we move, you know what I mean? We don't talk about that around here.
Body
But
check.
yeah, mate. Oh. But yeah, good win for you lot. As you said though, Tottenham are terrible. But yeah, what did you because we touched on it, what did you make about that Nuno sacking? Did you think it was a bit harsh because how early it was?
I think, and I've seen a lot of people say this, I think it was the wrong appointment. I think it was the wrong appointment to start with.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they started well, but there was only really 1-0, and you could tell it was going to always fall off. I mean, they were third in the Europa Conference League group. I mean, if they lost today, they would have been, they would have had to have wins in the next 2 games, and even then, they probably wouldn't qualify because that's how bad Nuno was. I think it is harsh first 9 games, of course. It's always harsh, but I think it was what should have been done because I think it's just the appointment. And when the managers are available, I think you have to sacrifice him.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Obviously, I said my thoughts as well. Done a video about it, so yeah, check that one out if you haven't already. But yeah, United got the win. You know what I'm saying? They got the win. Nuno got sacked. Yeah, we'll move on to the next game, which was now moving on to the Sunday games. I actually watched this game. I got this game spot on at Carrow Road. Norwich 1, Leeds 2. Obviously, that's what I said. Alex said, I don't know what Alex was smoking. Like, I don't know. Was there something in his vape or something? Like, he said 3-1 Norwich. When are Norwich going to get 3 goals, mate? Like, what's going on there? But I can see what he's saying at the same time because Leeds do play open football, but not Norwich to score 3 goals. You know what I mean? But it's a prediction at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But yeah, I knew it'd be 2-1 Leeds. Like Norwich are just not good enough. Like their problem, I've said it plenty of times. Every time they come up, they don't spend. They seem to like to be a really good Championship team, but a terrible Premier League team. They just seem to like to go up and down. But yeah, 2-1 Leeds. Obviously, I got that game right. The only good bit of the game was like from the 56th minute until the 60th. So 4 minutes. That was like the only good load of bits in that game. Rafinha with a good goal, took on his players. Good finish. And then Norwich have a corner, good header. I'll not lie, crossbar in. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the guy's name though. But it was a good header. At least they'll be able to actually put something on goal of the month for them. You know what I mean? But yeah, and then Rodrigo scored a goal. Now, for me, Tim Krul should be doing better there. Did you see the highlights by any chance?
No, but what I will say is that I thought from what I've heard from Leeds fans and Norwich fans, I thought from what I heard that Norwich, the consensus was that Norwich played way better than Leeds, and Leeds just got really lucky because Norwich kept missing chances. I think Rafinha is very good. I mean, there's this crazy stat about Norwich since the first ever season of the Premier League. So Liverpool having one title now. The Premier League. If they finished third first season, and then since then they've never survived in the Premier League since then, ever.
Yeah.
They've gone relegated every time. I mean, even this. You say about the spending, but I think even this season, I mean, they had a few good loans. Like Billy Gilmore.
Loans, but I don't know. I think they just need that player, don't they? They need like a player that's just gonna be on it, like, and they need someone with experience. Like they did sign someone. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know who that is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think they need an experienced player and a good player, maybe to replace Buendia and to supply for Pukki. Because what I've seen of Pukki is that he can be clinical if he gets the chances, from what I've seen. Because he just doesn't.
Yeah, he's very hit and miss in the Premier League.
Yeah,
similar to Mitrovic for Fulham.
Yeah, he is hit and miss. I think though, if you got that experienced, creative player, I think this might be a bit out of their ballpark, but I mean, even Jesse Lingard was available. I don't know if that was really out of their money part, but Jesse Lingard is available. I think Jesse Lingard would work very well on that Norwich side.
Yeah,
I think if you would have Pukki being supplied by a player like Lingard, I think Norwich would get a lot more goals. Norwich's main problem this season is not defence. They've actually not been. Well, they lost 7-0 to Chelsea, I know that, but apart from that, they've not been that bad defensively. They've just been they can't score. They scored 2 goals this season, I think. They just can't score, and one of them was in this game. That's their main issue, and that shows they need a player like Lingard or someone to supply chances for Team Pukki.
Yeah. yeah, definitely. I'm going to read some comments because I haven't read some for quite a while, and there's quite a lot. Big up everyone in the stream, by the way. Ravi says, United keep having shaky starts. How do you feel about that one?
Yeah, I mean, we were second half FC. I mean, you can't they should just erase first halves from football. Yeah, just have all second halves, and then United win the league. Yeah, we win the FA Cup. We win every single trophy of it. Honestly, if they erase first halves and just had second half for the rest of this season, then I think United would honestly win the league, win the Champions League, win the FA Cup, win everything. Even win the Carabao Cup. I know we're out of it, but we'll find a way. We'll find a way.
They'll find a way. What a wise man once said. They'll find a way. But yeah, Chris says when it wants to load, Conte will kick players up backside now. Yeah, facts. Now I don't see Ali being there in January. Yeah, I spoke to one of my mates who's a Tottenham fan, and he said the same thing. Ali has gone, in my opinion. His attitude stinks place out. Facts. Ravi says, Big Ron the Curry Ghost saves Ollie's ass time after time like Candy Looper. Oh my days. Chris also says Nuno, wasn't number one choice, but when they appointed, that was like going into Ollie's supermarket with shopping lists, but don't have anything on your list apart from one item. Facts. Chris also says perfect game for Leeds. Norwich couldn't hit Cal's backside and wouldn't win at amusements either. Norwich will be the worst team in Premier League history. Now, a question I got for you, Kenny. Do you think Norwich will get lower points than Derby did when they were in the Prem?
No, I don't think so. I think what's going to end up happening is, I mean, Norwich always have normally they have just a period of games where they're just good and they just win a few games. Like the last time they were in the Premier League was that period where they beat Man City and some other teams. They were like fourth in the bloody league. Then they fell off. I think this season they will have that. I think 11 points. That's what I think. If you're telling me like if they're getting lower than they got last time in the Premier League, I think they probably But I think 11 points are going to get higher than that, surely.
Okay, interesting. You're the first person since I've asked. You're the first person that's actually said you think they'll get more. So interesting. Yeah, we're gonna move on to the next game, which was obviously the West Ham game. What a win for West Ham. Watch this game as well. Watch it. My stepdad, obviously, you lot know, West Ham fan. Ben Johnson, obviously, he started to get into the team. Oh yeah, scores on that. Sorry, I said 2-1 West Ham, and it was for a while. It's so annoying. But obviously, I got a point. It's better than none. Alex said 2-1 Villa. But yeah, obviously, West Ham winning 4-1. Now, Ben Johnson, as I was going to say, started to get in the team. He's a very good player. Obviously, he's one of West Ham's own. They were chanting that like crazy. The away support was mental. But yeah, Ben Johnson, good finish. And then Watkins gets a goal, an equaliser. And my stepdad was thinking, it's going to be one of them, isn't it? Well, it's going to be one of them long days. And then Rice has a pop, scores. You know what I'm saying? As soon as he shot, I was like, Rice, don't do him like that. And yeah, obviously, great goal by him. And then the next talking point was the red card. Now, Kenny, I'm guessing you saw this. Surely you must have seen this game. Where do you stand with that red card, if you saw it?
I think it was a red.
Yeah, totally agree. Because there was even a foul in the play up to that as well before, wasn't there? So.
Yeah, I think it clearly was a red. By the way, I will say,
And what? Go on.
I will say Aston Villa, they've been very, very disappointing this year. I mean, the 15th right now. I think Dean Smith should go. I think Dean Smith has to get sacked. I think he's one of the worst managers in the Premier League. He was relying on Jack Grealish, very, very over reliant. And since Jack Grealish has gone, he's been really exposed. He's 15th in the Premier League with that squad. That squad
Yeah,
should
to
be
be
reaching.
fair,
That squad should be easily top half, and they're 3 points from the relegation zone. We just talked about Norwich Leeds, which was a massive relegation clash. Villa are in the relegation battle. They got 4 losses in a row since they beat us, of course. But yeah, they've been awful.
yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't see this before, but right now I can actually see Villa. If they don't sack Dean Smith soon, I can see them being really pulled into it. But yeah, maybe they will get relegated. It's very tight.
Fair enough. Yeah, I know their fan base is very 50-50 at the moment with him in or out. Yeah, for me, this could be the time where he should go. You know what I mean? 4 losses on the bounce. You know, like as you said as well, with that squad, they should be a lot higher in the league, but they're not. So yeah, this could be the time. You know what I'm saying? It could be like the John Cena theme song. Time is up. The time is now. You know what I mean? That's what Dean Smith's going to be saying, mate. It's peak. But yeah, I'm going to read some comments. Oh God. Chris says if Norwich was a person, it'd be that person who takes Michelle Keegan out for date, then lose up walking like Gemma Collins. Oh, you're violating. He also says dominant win for West Ham, definitely. He also says West Ham were dominant even with the red card. Yeah, that's true. Well, that's when they started peppering them. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, definitely hear what you're saying there. He also says this is something new, but I actually agree with Kenny on something. I agree Smith should be gone. Yeah, no, I agree with him, to be honest. Like, carries on this way, definitely. But yeah, we didn't even touch on the other goals. Fornals with a goal, Bowen with a goal. When them two and West Ham were just peppering them, and the game was done, mate. They were loving life. But yeah, we'll move on to the last game, and then we'll predict. Time to predict. You know what I mean? But yeah, the game on Monday. Also watch this game. The points on that, I said 3-2 Wolves. So I got a point. Not Lewis. Alex, sorry, said 1-0 Wolves, so he got a point. But before we predict the Premier League predictions, obviously I'll talk about the points that I'm on and what the guests are currently on. But yeah, we'll touch on this game first. What a start from Wolves. Wolves were so dominant. Like, I was impressed with how dominant they was. Did you see this game at all, Kenny?
Now I love the weekly review show, but what I will say is that we lost to Aston Villa. They got 4 losses on the bounce. We drew to Everton. They got 3 losses on the bounce.
Yeah.
We lost it. We also lost to you. You know what's coming.
Well, what's going on?
4 losses in a row for Aston Villa since we lost to them. 3 losses for Everton since we drew to them. We lost to you. You know what's coming. We did it for the greater good.
But yeah, as I said, I was very, very impressed with the Villa start. Jimenez, not Villa, sorry. No, I weren't impressed at all by them. With the Wolves start, yeah, if Daniel sees this video, he's probably going to kill me for saying that, you know what I mean? But anyway, we move. Yeah, I was very impressed with the Wolves start. They're just dominant. They were just on them, mate. Like, Everton looked like they were on ropes early on. Goal from Kilman and a goal from Jimenez. Now, Jimenez, what a player he's been since he's come back. The link-up play with Hwang has been brilliant as well. But yeah, mate, they were brilliant first half for them. Then in the second half, Iwobi gets a goal. Now, I don't even know how that guy scored, do you know what I mean? But yeah, mate, good to see them take another L, Everton. You know what I'm saying? It's lovely to see. But yeah, good win for Wolves, and if I'm being totally honest, they deserved it. So yeah, there's that game. But obviously, we're going to talk about the points before we get into the predictions. So yeah, bear with me though. There we go. Right, so the points is actually I'm going to read comments before we do that. Chris said, "Oh no, I read that comment. Sorry." He says, "When Rafa was appointed, I expected him to be gone at the end of his first season." Yeah, mate, they're all saying Rafa out now. Like, it's because of the Liverpool connection. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
usually
thought
they would give him time off. Ill. Sorry.
I thought he'd get them relegated. I thought they were gonna like be really low this season because Rafa was we were going to get them
Oh
relegated.
yeah, deliberately, yeah. Oh. But imagine if he did this. I know it's not going to happen, so no one come at me and say, "What are you on about?" I'm just saying, imagine if this happened. Imagine if he got them top four. He would basically be a legend at Liverpool and Everton. That'd be so weird, wouldn't it? That'd be like, what?
It better be top four over Man City, by the way. I'm not. They're not getting
I
top
mean,
four over. It better be over Man
no,
City, but
no, I know they're
that
not getting top four. I know, but like for them, that's massive.
no,
But
talk
yeah, I
about.
know they're not going to. No
Now,
chance.
if they got top four, it better be over Man City. It better not be over United. Yeah, I'm saying this, but like, that's strange. It's like if Jurgen Klopp went to United and then got us back on the. No, that's actually a bad example. It's like if Pep Guardiola basically came to United and won us a league and won us a Champions League, which you couldn't do at City. He'd basically be a City legend for getting them back on top. And winning so many Premier Leagues with them, and it'd be a United legend for getting us back on top in Europe, Premier League. It's like that. It's like
Yeah.
it's like that. It's like Simon Cowell going on, buddy. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah. Whoa. He had to watch his step there. But Chris says, "I'm not shocked by Everton. It's same old mediocre mid-table finish anyway." Yeah, so true, mate. Everton are as irrelevant as plastic in recycling bin. Trust me, mate. Might as well go in a recycling bin. Do you know what I'm saying? With how dead they are. But yeah, obviously that's all the Premier League games last week reviewed. But we're going to move on to the points now. So the points is, here we go. And it's not a transfer deal by Fabrizio Romano. It's the points. Boom. Boom. I am in the lead. Now, I'll tell you what game really helped me out. That Leeds game. Because I got 3 points from that. That really helped me out. That was the game that actually put me into the lead. And then I just got loads of 1 points from there on. So, yeah, I'm actually in the lead on Premier League predictions. Whoa, that is a madness. But, yeah, as it stands, I am in the lead. I can't stand Romano. Yeah, I could tell the other day when you came on the stream, you was not like, don't rely on him. You know what I mean? But, yeah, moving on to the Premier League predictions for this weekend. Now, starting off tomorrow, decent Friday night game, if I'm being totally honest. Southampton taking on Villa. Now, obviously, Villa had that shocking game against West Ham. Southampton beating Watford. So, yeah, thank you very much, Southampton. But, yeah, this game, Villa need to bounce back. They need to bounce back, mate. But do I think they will get a result? No, I don't. I don't, to be honest. I'm gonna go 2-1 Southampton.
It's a really tough game.
Mm.
I think if they lose this, they've got Brighton, then Palace, then Man City, then Leicester, then Liverpool for the next games. So they've got 0 points in all them games. So this is a massive game for that as well because their fixtures after it is awful. Southampton are also unbeaten for 3 games. Southampton they gained a bit of momentum. They beat Watford. They beat Leeds. They're due to another team who I forgot about.
Burnley.
Yeah, they drew to Burnley, and they could have won that as well. I think it's tough though because sometimes these managers are under pressure. They just pull out random results out of nowhere. But I think Southampton won. Aston Villa 0. I think it's going to be a late goal. It's probably Che Adams. I think Che Adams' late goal, heartbreak for Aston Villa. But I think Dean Smith will survive this, and I think he'll survive. I think if he survives this, he'll survive until at least Norwich, because after that they just got loads of games which they basically are really tough to win. So I think he'll basically if he survives this, then he basically guarantee until after that. Because surely you can't sack him after losing to Man City, like.
Yeah. So what did you say for the? Have you said a score prediction? I'm not sure because you cut out.
Yeah. I said 1-0 Southampton.
1-0. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, as I said, I think it's going to be one of them 1-goal margins, but I think Southampton will sneak it. Yeah, I might watch that game to be honest. But yeah, Chris says Romano is a tapping merchant journalist version of Raheem Sterling. Oh my days. He goes with a 1-1. Interesting. Sorry, what did you say? You lagged again.
I said this to Romano, and I mean I like Romano. I think he's a nice guy, honestly. And I don't get what this Chris guy's against him.
Yeah, I think he's all right. I just think when it comes to Premier League, like he's quite reliable, but he's more like Syria and that. There's more reliable journalists, but I haven't got nothing against him. As you say, he's a nice guy. So
I think when it comes to Liverpool, because I've seen like you saying that, oh, you'd have a big signing, and then you didn't. But to be fair, you're in lead in the predictions because FSG decided not to get Rafinha, so that's why you're in the lead. Thank FSG.
Well, apparently we didn't even actually. We was just looking at him. But yeah, Southampton 1-1. Ravi says Liverpool have to put the West Ham game to bed in the first half, early second half. Yeah, we'll get onto that. But yeah, we've predicted the first game. Now, next game, I'm quite gutted because obviously I'm going to a Luton game on Saturday. I wanted to watch this game. Like, I can watch like a half, but like I'm planning to go early as well because I want to get a few bits at the club shop. But yeah, what a game this is. Manchester derby. Now, recent years, you've had their number. You know what I'm saying? Form goes out the window. It's a derby. It's at Old Trafford. How are you feeling going into this game, Kenny?
I'm feeling confident, honestly. I'm going to this game, so I hope we'll win.
Oh, nice.
I am supporting United with this game, honestly. By the way, I'm not supporting Man City like some United ones are. But yeah, I think I am confident because I think Ollie's counter-attacking against Pep, it normally always works. I know we've lost to Pep in the past, and he's lost to Pep in the past. But there's when we played Pep in the past and lost, it's because we just switched our tactics. In the Carabao Cup, I don't know what we're doing. I think he's just trying to attack in, try and get the game done early. Don't counter attack, but counter attack is really what works against Man City. I am quite confident just because it's also. I think also Pep just seeing that Zidane might come in and win United the Champions League or something. Seeing they have to lose this. Kevin De Bruyne, you're going to play on United this game. But yeah, I'm gonna say I think we're gonna win. 3-2.
Interesting. Now, yeah, I agree with you. I do think United will win. But as I said, you've actually done really well against them in recent years. I remember I think it was last season when you beat them 2-0 at their ground. Is that last season?
Yeah, when Shaw scored and we bodied them.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. You're at home again. So yeah, I agree with you. I think United will win as well. I'm gonna go. What am I gonna go with? Nah, do you know what? People might think I'm mad. I'm going with a 2-0 United.
Oh, clean sheet. What?
Clean
you
sheet.
Want to give a clean sheet against Man City?
Sheet. You heard it here first. Mate, they conceded 2 to Palace. You know, you're at home, form goes out the window,
Nah,
that's a mad score, mate.
they're gonna score. I think they're gonna score. Like, I think we'll win, but they're gonna score. Our defense, Harry Maguire against bloody, who is it? Wan-Bissaka and Sterling, though. To be fair, he always pockets Sterling, so I can't see.
You heard it here first, people. You know what I'm saying? You heard it here first. But yeah, I'm gonna read some comments. Well, where was I? Oh, here it was. Chris says Romano is as reliable as my Wi-Fi, not that good. Not for Premier League, for like Serie A and that, he's good. Draw 2-2, that's obviously your game. Chris also says not perfect, but okay. What I mean by not good, I wouldn't trust him to run a bath on my days. Big up Gareth. He says, off topic, will you lads be watching Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury?
No. I'm not watching.
I'll watch it, but I'm not doing a watch along. Nah, just to see Tommy Fury batter a minute.
But it's going to be scripted though, because he's just going to be scripted.
I can't see it. I can't see it being scripted. I know his Ben Askren fight was Jake Paul's, but you know, I can't see this one. Tommy Fury's like, I don't think he'll want to do that sort of stuff. Considering he's got a career that he actually wants to take seriously. So yeah. Max says United 2-1 City and Irons 3-2 Reds. He's dropped it. Early prediction for the Liverpool game. Or 2-2. You heard it here first. I won't be Gareth. I'd rather trap my private bits in the door. Yeah, as I said, I'll watch it, but I ain't doing a watch long. Or anything like that. Screw that. It's like 4 a.m. None of you will probably be up, and I don't blame you. Manchester United 0, Man City 2. Interesting. Loads of people going for a City win. Max also says Harry Maguire versus Gabriel. Clean sheet. Nah, mate. I think. Sorry, Tyler, it's not happening. Come on, Tommy Fury, my G. Yeah, come on, Tommy Fury. Yeah, he's mate. Jake Paul's done out. Yeah, imagine if he did. Like, oh god, he won't. You heard it here first. You won't.
I think Jake Paul's going to win. Honestly.
Nah, you're taking the mick. You're taking the mick.
No, I think he's gonna be. I just think it depends. It depends, isn't it? It depends if Jake Paul wins, we know it's scripted though. So at least that's
yeah, definitely. But yeah, I just can't see Tommy Fury doing that because he's got his own career that he wants to take seriously. Do you know what I mean? So I can't see that. But yeah, next game at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea taking on Burnley. Mate, I might just get straight into a prediction. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, Burnley, but I think this is going to be. I think it's going to be quite an easy game for Chelsea. I'm not even going to lie. Even though Burnley obviously got a win in their last game, Chelsea at home, though, you know what I mean? Obviously, they got a good win as well away from home against Newcastle. Obviously, Newcastle not doing great, but yeah, I think this is going to be peak. I'm going to go 3-0 Chelsea.
I've learned my lesson from one of my last Chelsea predictions. It wasn't Newcastle, it was Norwich. I said it was going to be a 0-0. And I was 7-0 Chelsea. I've learned my lesson.
And it was 7-0
Chelsea. I've learned my lesson. I'm going with. Actually, no, I've not learned my lesson. I'm not learned my lesson. 2-2.
Sorry.
I've not learned my lesson. 2-2. I'm not learned my lesson.
Well then, you heard it here first. 2-2 draw. I don't know what he's smoking, but
I think the change of Burnley's tactics, they look really good against Brentford. I think they'll follow up with a bit of momentum against Chelsea. Yeah, I'll stick with 2-2. I can't just flip-flop now, can I?
Okay. I'm going to read some comments. Chris says, I'd rather watch Teletubbies than watching YouTubers fight. Nah, Tommy Fury ain't a YouTuber, though. It's depressing watching YouTubers fight. That's as depressing as eating Marmite. Chelsea 4-1. Fair enough. But yeah, next game. I think this will be an alright game. At Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace taking on Wolves. Obviously, Wolves getting a good win against Everton. Palace getting a good win against City. So yeah, they're both on the back of wins. For me, I think this is going to be a mate. I think this is going to be a Desmond. I'm going to be totally honest. You know how the games are with Palace. Their fans bring great atmosphere, but Wolves, I think they're going to be confident. Obviously, both teams will, but I think Wolves will get a point here. I think Jimenez and Hwang's link up is really good. I'm going to go 2-2, mate. I'm going to go Desmond.
I think. I mean, I keep underestimating Wolves. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just have a Wolves agenda. It's probably because I had them in the relegation battle on the 7th.
At the start of the season, I could see why, because Traore cannot finish his dinner ever since he's been benched. Like, he's got everything else great to his game. He just can't finish. He's got no end product. So, he was starting at the start, sorry. So I could see what you're saying. But now, I don't know, you might have to change that.
I think it's because I had them in the relegation zone of my predictions, and I'm trying to deny myself that I was wrong. I'm trying to say, they're going to go on this bad run of form. And I think Palace are going to win 2-0. And as I say that, Wolves are now going to win. Every time I say Wolves are going to lose, they win, and it's really annoying. I need them to start losing, man, for my belief predictions.
So did you say a score prediction? Sorry.
Yeah, I said 2-0 Palace.
2-0 Palace. Okay, interesting. Fair enough. I'm going to read some comments. Come on, Jake Paul. You obviously meant to put off Fury easily. Fury's from the UK as well. Neither Gareth. I watch proper professional fights. Sorry, Gareth. Not actually interested in that fight. Couldn't give coin toss who wins. Chris says 1-1. Interesting. So we both went for a draw. I went 2-2. Chris went 1-1, you went 2-0. Kenny, nice. Moving on to the next game. Now, my cousin's also going to this. Brentford versus Norwich. You know what? I think Brentford are going to bounce back. And I think they're going to get a very, very good win. Mate, I'm going to go 4-1 Brentford.
It's a big
They're at
score
home as well.
Chris agrees with you, bloody hell. I mean, they got 3 losses on bounce, which was what prevented me from saying it's going to be a battering. It's a tough game to predict because I could either see
This
Brentford.
is their game to bounce back. Oh, look.
I could see
Same score.
I could even see I could see Brentford bouncing back, and I think that's the most likely thing. But I could also see this game Brentford's losses, Norwich's game doing. I mean, if Norwich lose this, they're done for because they've had the easiest run of form now, and now they're about to get on quite a hard run of form. I'm gonna say, I think late penalty wins it for Brentford. 2-1 Brentford. I think 2-1 Brentford.
Interesting. There's that one. Moving on, next game. The 5:30 kickoff on Saturday. Brighton taking on Newcastle. Quickly, Chris said Norwich have Kabak at the back. All that needs said easy win Brentford. Yeah, he was not great in the game against Leeds either, was he? To be honest, or even Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah, it's just.
I blame him for all Chelsea's 7 goals. Honestly, I just blame him. He's shit, mate. Liverpool youth player, Liverpool player. So he's just shit, mate. I don't think lost. He's the reason. He's the reason they got 2 points right now. He's the reason.
Well, there you go. Keep the Kabak agenda rolling. But yeah, obviously the 5:30 kickoff at the Amex. Brighton taking on Newcastle. Obviously, Newcastle getting slapped up to Chelsea. Brighton. What did Brighton do?
They came
Oh
back
yeah,
against.
yeah. That's
Came
what
back
Brighton
against
done. Got a point at Anfield. Oh yeah, there we
and
go.
should have beat you as well. They hit the post like twice. They dominated you, mate. See, this is what the Old Trafford curse does. When you lose to us, you start. I mean, when you beat us, you start losing games after, or you start dropping points after. It's when you drop points to us, and it's when you beat
It's
us.
done.
So you
All right.
you got the curse. You got the curse that Everton and Villa have.
But yeah, obviously Brighton getting a great result away from home. You know what I'm saying? Point could have been more. Obviously, Newcastle, as I said, got slapped up to Chelsea. For me, I'm going to go Brighton win. I'm going to go 2-1 Brighton. I think it's going to be a narrow.
I think honestly, I think this is a game that Brighton. I mean, they've got a lot of draws recently. I think this is a game that's going to start taking the chances. Just going to go rampant against Newcastle. I'm going to go with 6-0. I think they're just going to go
6-0.
rampant. I think.
Are you being serious?
I think they're gonna. I think because they've had a lot of draws recently and they've been struggling scoring recently. I think they're just gonna go rampant against Newcastle. They're gonna start taking chances because they need the 3 points really. I think they're just gonna go rampant. That's what happens with a lot of teams. I think. I'm not, actually no 7-0. 7-0.
Are you sure? Yeah.
No.
Final answer.
Nah. Final answer 6. Final answer 6. Nah. I was gonna say final answer 8, but I realised 7's a bit too high. I think.
Madman. Absolute madman. Chris also says same score prediction as me. Said that like twice now. So that's what we like. 2-1. Yep. I think it's going to be narrow. He also says, I'd like to know what Welshman has been eating and drinking. He rated Kabak at Liverpool. For me, when a car crash happened, Kabak was driving the car clearly. So glad we didn't sign him. Jeez. It's mad. But yeah, next game. Go on.
As I just said, I wouldn't listen to Vel's opinions and take them as any like, you know. I know coming from me, I know it's a bit, you know, but still, Brighton will win 6-0. Trust me. just trust me, man. This is what's gonna happen. If Newcastle win now, then I'm not. If Newcastle win now, then I'm dusted. I'm absolutely dusted. But they're not gonna. Trust me.
Yeah, mate, if they do win with Graham Jones as their manager, I will be very surprised. Jesus. That guy cannot manage. He can coach, but he can't manage. Obviously, I'm not about that at Luton. But, yeah, next game, Conte's first game in charge in the league, return to the Premier League. Obviously, Tottenham taking on Everton at Goodison Park. Obviously, Everton losing to Wolves. Tottenham getting slapped up to Man United. So they're both coming on the back of L's. For this game, I think Tottenham are gonna. I'm gonna go. I think Tottenham are gonna slap them up. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna go 3-1 Tottenham.
I think. I mean, both of these sides are in poor form. It's a very real test. I just think this is the game that it's going to be clearly a draw. I think it's going to be a 0-0. I think it's going to be a really dire game. Honestly, I'm not watching it. I just think it's going to be a really dire game. I mean, I got offered tickets for it, but I turned them down just because I hate going to stadiums just for 0-0s.
Yeah, mate. I wouldn't want to watch a team that can't win a trophy and then. Well, both teams can't win trophies. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't want to watch that either. Go to a wooden stadium, sit in wooden seats. Now I'm good, thanks. You know what
I mean, the last time I went to Goodison Park, we lost 4-0. So let's just not speak on that. Let's just not speak on that, man.
But
like,
yeah, so you going with a 0-0, yeah?
Yeah, 0-0.
Okay. 0-0 draw. Lovely, lovely. Um, but Chris also says Everton 1-1, so he's gone with a draw, like you. Not the same score though. He also says Everton versus Tottenham isn't on TV. No, Arsenal versus Watford. I don't know why they've done this. Why they started to do that a lot this season. Have 3 games at 2 o'clock on at once on a Sunday. I don't like that. You know when last season they done like 12, 1 at 12, 1 at 2, and then the half 4 one. Like, why don't they just do that?
I hate it. You know, I also hate the fact that United keep getting 12:30 kickoffs. I bloody hate 12:30.
Yeah,
kickoffs.
I don't like 12:30 kickoffs. Trust me, especially when I do
got
watch-alongs.
I think we got like 6 this season. 6 12:30 kickoffs. It's mad. I don't know why. Yeah. It's stupid. I hate.
Yeah, nice. I don't know, mate. But yeah, moving on to the next game at Ellen Road, Leeds taking on Leicester. Now, obviously, Leeds beating Norwich. Leicester losing to Arsenal. So one team has a dub and one team has an L recently. For me, I think Leicester are going to bounce back. I think they're going to get a win here. I'm going to go, because how open Leeds play, mate, I think the quality of Leicester's going to be there. I'm going to go 3-1 Leicester.
It's a very tough game to predict. I mean, Leeds just look awful at the moment, even against Norwich. I mean,
exactly.
They looked poor, according to Leeds friends. I think Bielsa's very overrated. I think it's going to be 3-1 Leicester. I agree with you. It's the first time we agree on one.
Yeah, there you go. There we go.
The end is near.
3-1. Yeah, I think it's just going to be too much. Chris says 2-2. Interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong. Leicester haven't been great, but it's just the open football Leeds play, and you know they've got a lot of players missing. Is Bamford and that still missing? I believe they are. Yeah.
Also got a really shit manager. One of the worst managers in the Premier League. Awful manager.
He is overrated. I'll be real. He is overrated.
Very, very, very overrated. He's not bloody. I've seen people say he's one of the top managers in the Premier League.
But then again, Chris says here, Fofana, a massive miss for Leicester. Yeah, that's very true.
The defence have been awful this season for Leicester. It's been bloody awful.
Yeah, true. But
I just think the attacking firepower way too much for Leeds.
Yeah, exactly. And as you said, like they're just not great, and they weren't great against Norwich. So yeah. He also says Leeds' defence is always the same as Gemma Collins' legs. He also says, does Bielsa know the meaning of defence? Needs to look it up in dictionary. Yeah, facts. That's what we're saying. We predict the same score there. You know what I mean? Now, the last 2 o'clock game, which is the one on TV at the Emirates, Arsenal taking on Watford. Now, Arsenal usually tend to do well against Watford, and I can see it being another win. I remember that time when Arsenal beat them to confirm their relegation. I think it's going to be the same. They have a good record against Watford at the Emirates. I'm going to go with a 3-1 Arsenal.
I think Arsenal, they always have. I mean, they have a good run of form every season where the fans just hype them up to an unbelievable.
Yeah, they do overhype them, right? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, then they just have a game where they just shut down and then just go on awful form again. I think, you know, fuck it. I'm gonna go with 4-1 Watford. I think
4-1 Watford.
I think because what Watford have done, they're very scary, and they will beat Everton 5-2. I think Arsenal on the same level as Everton. I think the same amount 4-1. I think 4-1. Maybe just to piss off Arsenal fans, to be fair. You're going to get a lot of... If there are any Arsenal fans watching, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
Now I do have some mates that are Arsenal fans, but they don't really tune into this, so you know what I mean. So but they might see it. They might see it.
if
But
they
yeah,
do,
you're just violating.
nah, what
Oh,
they will win 5. They won 5-2 against Everton. No one would have predicted that. I would have been laughed at that. So I'm gonna say,
yeah, I wanted that to be a draw. You know what I mean? I don't like any of them teams.
you don't like Watford,
Um,
or because they did that thing in the
Not even that. Not even that. They're also Luton's rivals.
oh yeah, they are. Oh yeah, they are. The derby
Yeah,
happened last.
yeah,
You beat them on aggregate. That's what I think, didn't you? You
yeah,
beat them the second game 2-1 on aggregate.
yeah. Beat him 1-0. Yeah. Big up Liam. He says, "Yo lads, how comes Niall isn't doing Premier League prediction?" I'm not sure. He was meant to do them at 10:30, wasn't he? 10:30. I swear that's what he said. Don't know.
Probably. Maybe he's
Don't know.
doing something.
Yeah, maybe. Arsenal 1-0. Okay. Have you asked him? He hasn't replied. Yeah, he's probably doing something. Kenny isn't serious with these predictions. It seems like it, doesn't it?
I am serious. I am actually serious. I'm thinking from like there's so many matches where you just don't expect it. I'm thinking from that point of view. I'm thinking there's so many matches where you just don't expect stuff to happen. I think 4
Yeah, there is.
I have to.
Yeah,
I have to.
yeah.
It's always
Sorry. I hear what you're saying. There is always one where you're like, whoa. Like, for example, the one that you mentioned, the Watford Everton or Everton Watford. So, yeah, I definitely hear what you're saying there. He's probably fell asleep. Yeah, he probably has, to be honest. But, yeah, okay, there's that game. And then the last game. Here we go. Yeah, if Liverpool lose this, it's going to be peak for me because I live in a household where I have a stepdad that's a West Ham fan. So, it's gonna be peak. But yeah, obviously at the London Stadium, Liverpool taking on West Ham. Now I remember last season when I was a bit worried. We literally come off the back of a win against Tottenham. But it was them times where the away record was good, but the home record was terrible. I just wasn't confident because West Ham were doing as well as they are now back then. But I'm confident because our record there is good. It's going to be a tight game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's going to be a walkover or anything like that. Not at all. As Ravi said earlier, we need to be on job. We need a good first half or a very good early second half. Obviously, West Ham, we know their quality. Obviously, they drew today in the Europa League to Genk. They're probably still going to go through in that group. They're too high up, too many points. I think all they need is like a draw to confirm it.
yeah.
But yeah, this is the first time they've conceded in Europe tonight as well. Obviously, they're doing well in the league still as well. People were saying how Europe could it affect them. I mean, it could in the later stages, but so far I wouldn't really say it has. Even tonight. But yeah, I think obviously I do. No, I won't do a lineup because God knows who's going to be fit and all that. But yeah, obviously players to watch out for. We know Antonio. He is a great player. We have to remember he wasn't even originally an attacker as well. And the way Moyes has transferred him, and now look at him. Got to watch out for him. Obviously, Benrahma got 2 goals today, so he'll be confident. Bowen, good player. I rate him highly. They've got loads of good players like Fornals, Souček, Rice. It goes on. But for me, I think due to the record we do have at their ground, very good record. I do think we'll get the win. I'm gonna go the same as last year. 3-1 Liverpool, but mate, it's going to be one of them tight games. But then we just get 2 goals later on, or a goal later on, to confirm it. So yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1 again. So yeah.
I think Salah might drag you. They might drag you through it, but I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. I think Salah will drag you through it and get you a draw. But I think West Ham, they're very good at the moment. They're getting back off a lot of momentum, and you're just trying to Brighton. So I really do think that West Ham there. I think they will.
Yeah, and obviously in their last Premier League game, great win against Villa. Obviously we drew to Brighton, but then got a very good win. Looked very comfortable against Atletico Madrid. As I said, I was surprised with, how they, I know we played well and kept the ball well and stuff, but I was surprised with how, it didn't really do too much, Atletico. I know their bench was very, very weak. Obviously, I've got loads of key players missing, but, I expected it to be tougher. But yeah, obviously we got that. We'll be confident from that. And yeah, I think it'll be 3-1, but I think it'll be one of them where it'll take us a while to get into the lead. I think it'll go 1-0 to us, then they'll equalise, and then it'll take us a while to then score. But then as soon as we do score, I think we'll score shortly after that. I think it'll be one of them. So yeah, similar to the game last season, same score. So yeah, that's what I'm saying for that. But yeah, you're going with 2-2, yeah? Is that your final one?
Yeah, 2-2. I think Salah might actually be the best player in the world, honestly. Right now, at this moment in time, I think maybe.
Oh, definitely.
He might win the Ballon d'Or next year, honestly, if he's up this form. I do like Salah, to be fair. He's one of the only Liverpool players I like.
Them players you can't really not like. He's one of them, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like Salah, CONTE, those types of players.
Yeah.
It used to be someone in that list, but then Spurs versus United last year happened when we won 3-1, and then now I really don't like Son Heung-min. he's a dickhead, bro. I nearly said something worse then. It's not. Let's not mention that.
Yeah, let's not mention that. Chris says, with greatest respect in the world, Kenny, you have the brain he clearly meant to put of a dead fish with some of your predictions. He does say some mad predictions. Like,
it's because there's always mad results in the Premier League. You have to think outside the box. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking based on stuff that's happened before. Basically, that's what I'm thinking. Except for the derby, of course. It doesn't matter what happened before.
Yeah, interesting. Chris says West Ham 0, Liverpool 2. Be a very tough game. Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a tough game. And their fans, the atmosphere they've created at that ground in recent games has been exceptional. Obviously, they're extending the ground as well. When I've done the tour, done the vlog, they're extending it by 6,000. So it's going to turn out to be bigger than the Tottenham Stadium. It's going to be the biggest stadium in London. So yeah, it's looking good. People also banter it. I know I've said it a couple of times now, but people also banter it and say, "Oh, I need binoculars and that." But when you're actually there, it's completely different. You are, I wouldn't not close, but you're not as bad as people make out. To be fair, and as I said, they're extending it anyway. So yeah,
I think Upton Park is better though. I think Upton Park was better.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, totally agree with that. Sure, a lot of West Ham fans would agree with you with that. But Gareth says Chris is on one today. Just my usual self. Yeah, that's very true. He jokes, mate. I like Ollie. He needs time. Yeah, trust me. Trust the process. Yeah, trust the process. Don't be disrespectful, Man United fan. Yeah, innit? Ollie's a club legend, man. You gotta put respect on his name. Yeah, Ollie's at the wheel.
That's just the process. Always back your manager.
Yeah, exactly. Ollie's at the wheel, man. Tell me how good does it feel? Ollie's at the wheel.
Yeah, we We need that ball, then. We need the ball of Manchester Derby.
Yeah, mate. He's going to
I,
be
I
at a
think
will.
I think we'd win the Champions League with Zidane, honestly. But I also think we'd win the treble with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer like last time. I think Ole
Yeah,
Gunnar
man.
Solskjaer, a tactical mind of a bloody genius. He's amazing. It's like if you had Albert Einstein and he was a football manager. He's absolutely amazing. Trust the process. Oh,
Innit?
is that weird?
United, different breed, mate.
He's amazing. He's one of the best managers in the whole Premier League.
Mate, respect needs to be put in his name. Not saying club legend. Chris Welch says, I don't see anyone stopping Manchester United. They're untouchable. Yeah, innit?
Yeah, I know.
Different class, mate.
And if you do stop us, you just go on bad form after, like Everton and Villa and Liverpool as well. So, sorry. You better lose to us. You better lose to us. See, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. We're gonna make teams lose to us. This is the Ollie Juju. He's playing 4D chess. Against Spurs as well. He beat Nuno, so Nuno gets sacked and they get Conte, so he's got one less threat to his job. He's playing 4D chess, genuine.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is the end. You know what I'm saying? Before we wrap up, obviously we're going to do a couple of things and go through the points again. Can I get to 50 points this weekend? I should be able to, because hopefully I should get a load of 1 points. Hopefully I'll get a load of 3. Let me just say, in the Champions League predictions, I got 2 bang on. No, or 3. 3 bang on. 2 or 3, obviously you find out when we next do Champions League predictions. But yeah, people, that is the end of that. Premier League predictions, going through previous games, stuff like that. But yeah, Chris says Manchester United have looked untouchable in their winnable start to the season. Oh, mate, different class they are, man. Ollie's at the wheel, do you know what I mean? Like,
Liverpool game was a fluke. Start playing the game.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, mate, we were so lucky.
I know we lost 6-1 to Spurs, but Liverpool was so lucky. It was just lucky goals. We had a load of chances first half. Bruno skied one. Yeah, we had a load of chances first half. Also, the offside goals weren't offside either. If Ronaldo got that, then maybe we would have had the momentum to be able to come back. 6-5 win.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's one of them for United, isn't it? They could have come back, but it's just unfortunate. Liverpool were lucky, so exactly. I'm so scared of Man United for the rest of the season. Yeah, mate, I'm actually shivering. Like, if we get them in the FA Cup or something, I'm shook. You know what I mean? I'm shook, mate. I'm on the ropes. Yeah, that is the end of the Premier League predictions and talking about the previous games. Take care, lads. Take care of yourself. But Kenny, mate, where can they find you? Even though they probably all know, well, you can literally see it there. But what are they? Is that your Instagram? Is that your Twitter? Is that your YouTube channel? What are all of them? You know what I mean?
This Twitter is at KennyV210 because you have to request the account because my main account got suspended. I prefer not to speak. You have to request it because it's a private account. It was meant to be the second account for it. You can also find me at Kenny TV on YouTube. Well, I do sometimes I do good daily uploads, and then other times I just wait a few days and then I just do loads of uploads within a few days. It's weird. And then Kenny United on Twitch, but I'm rarely active on Twitch. I'll be honest. But me, I might do a stream this weekend. It depends if United win. If United win, I'll be in the mood. If United lose, then I'll
United lose, he's not going to be seen. Basically,
whenever United lose, I just never go on FIFA unless I want them to, of course. But I just never go on FIFA because I don't like to be reminded of seeing United there. Because it always has that kickoff and then as the next team they're going to play or the previous team they played. I just don't want to be reminded of
that. Chris says you can't find Kenny. He lives in another universe compared to the rest of humanity.
Yeah, I've learned things here. I've learned serious things here. I've learned
Serious.
I've learned the answers to life, and it's like United. Oh no, I'm gonna absolutely. It's like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is just one of the best managers in the world. He's probably the best manager in the world, honestly. Because who's better? Name me one manager who's better than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the world right now.
Yeah,
You can't.
yeah. Just
Can't
before
see.
we wrap up, there's a topic I want to talk about actually. So yeah, let me just. Bit. I want to know your thoughts, and then obviously I'll say mine. Boom. What are we saying about this? How do we feel about this?
I'm not really surprised. I think with Villarreal, I mean they are really struggling in La Liga at the moment. But I think Villarreal right now is a much more like promising proposition than Newcastle. I think with Eddie Howe, he had no job. If he had no job, and Newcastle have all
Yeah,
his money, and that's why I went there. I think Unai Emery, he saw the money, but he's at a better job right now. And I think even though Villarreal are really struggling in La Liga at the moment, you'd think they're gonna bounce back and get mid-table, and then maybe go far in the Europa League. No, not Europa League. Yeah, Europa League. They're getting third. So yeah, you think they probably go far in the Europa League as well. So that's what I think. I'm not surprised at all by it. I think Newcastle. I think Eddie Howe's a better appointment for them than Emery. I think Emery's been really overrated for the Europa League wins. I think he's not that good in England, and he's proven it with Arsenal. He's good for press conferences though, so I was sad when this happened because I wanted to hear his press conferences in England again.
what I will say about Emery is he's a good tactician. You know what I mean? He is a good tactician. Talking about the Newcastle thing, as you said, not surprised. Don't blame him. He also said basically he's going to be loyal to Villarreal for now. How true that is, I don't know, but it looks it there. But you never know if a bigger team came in, then you never know. Would he be so loyal then? You don't know. Football is mainly about money nowadays, so you never know there. But yeah, for me, I hear what you're saying as well. I think Eddie Howe would be a better appointment. Um, and yeah, fair play to Emery though. He was straight up. Like he wants to stay at Villarreal. And also, who even knows what's going on with Newcastle? They could be going down. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Championship. Imagine if they still don't go up in the championship as well. About 5 years in the championship.
Yeah, mate, that'd be
Coutinho against
crazy.
Luton Town. Imagine Coutinho away at Luton Town.
Oh, gosh. Trust me, that would be mad. Chris says he wants to work. I predicted Eddie Howe to get a job at Newcastle when Bruce got sacked. Yeah. I rate Eddie Howe. What about you, lot? Do you rate him? I think he's a good manager, to be honest.
I
I
do
think
rate
he's
him.
underrated.
I do rate him. I mean, he got Bournemouth.
Like what he done with Bournemouth.
Yeah, he got Bournemouth to that
Exactly.
the Premier League, and he got them sustainable in the Premier League as well. And they would have survived and won another season as well if it wasn't for Buddy. What was it, Hawkeye, then Villa would then
Yeah.
Dean Smith would have been frauded ages ago. Would have been sacked ages ago. But no, he still remained a fraud. I've kept my opinion on Eddie Howe and Dean Smith. Eddie Howe's way better, and he's a very good manager, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Good evening, Newcastle fans. I think he meant to put evening. Emery wouldn't want relegation battle exactly. He also says, apart from St. Maximum and Wilson, Newcastle got spineless players as spineless as polar bears back. Yeah, that's
What
very
about
true.
Joe Linton? This disrespect to Joe Linton, man. Seriously, he's so
Who?
good. He's so good. Joe Linton. He's so good. He nearly
You're
scored
just
against us as
taking the
well.
mic.
I was worried. He nearly scored against us. It was that through and goal, and then he hit the post.
But yeah, there you go. Let's talk about that topic. It's only right because it come out. But yeah, Eddie Howe, they're in talks with him. I don't think anything else has come out with that yet. Let's have a look quickly. Oh no, he agrees a deal in principle to take over.
Ooh.
Don't know how true it is though.
Eddie Howe for Newcastle is a much better appointment. I think he's a manager that can keep Newcastle alive. I think Unai Emery wouldn't be. Unai Emery would just be a manager.
And that is true. It's by Sky Sports as well. They put it out, so it is true.
I mean,
Nice.
Sky Sports. Sky Sports tier is actually a bit. Now, they've gotten a bit less reliable, but I thought he is basically set to go there, isn't he?
Yeah, it's set. They're just sorting last final bits out. So there you go. Eddie Howe is returning to the Premier League and he's returning to Newcastle. So can he do the job of keeping them up? Now, I think he can. I know it's going to be a bit hard with them players, but he's got the quality in him to do that. So I think he will. But yeah, Chris says, I read that comment. He says Howe is more established at keeping teams up. Exactly. He also says, there we go. But Howe's last achievement was getting Bournemouth relegated. Yeah, but I don't know. He did keep him up there for a while, and Howe's teams do concede. That's the only problem. True. Yeah, I think he'll keep him up now. To be honest, as I said, it's gonna be tough. I think he'll do it just. I don't think they'll proper get out of it. I think they'll be in it for a while, if not most of the season, and then they'll get out of it. That's what I think. Yeah, what are you saying, Kenny? Do you think he'll keep him up then?
I mean, it really depends on the other teams. I think they'll. Well, I think I'm gonna just say the teams who I think are in contention. So Norwich, Leeds. Who else are in it? Burnley, Southampton.
Burnley always find a way to stay up. Always.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Villa for now. I'm just gonna say them for now, but that could change. And yeah, not gonna say anyone else. I think they finish above Norwich. I think they finish above Leeds, and I still think they finish above Southampton. I think Southampton just had a good run of form. I still think they finish above Southampton. Yeah, I don't think they keep. I think he keep them up. I think he keep them up entertainingly as well. Entertaining football, champagne. They've not had that for ages. Newcastle. So yeah, it's even better.
Yeah, see, they've noticed Graham Jones is not a good manager. He's a good coach, not manager. So they've rushed in to get a manager that knows what tactics are and doesn't make up silly excuses. You know what I mean? So, it doesn't say all this stuff. I remember when Luton, he was at Luton, they lost to Nottingham Forest, and he was like, well, they're former European champions. Yeah, when was that? About 20 years ago, mate? 20 years ago. Like, what are you on about? But, yeah, he was just a knob anyway. Like, a good coach, as I said, clearly, because he's been around, even in the England team, he was at Brentford, I'm pretty sure. He was obviously Newcastle. Like, he's been around, but, as a manager, you don't know what he's doing. Do you know what I mean? You don't know what you're doing. Yeah, Chris says, I agree, though. I think they'll be okay under him. Yeah, definitely. Well, not definitely, but yeah, that's what I think. Newcastle fans were howling at the moon like a wolf about style of football. Howe plays good football. Yeah, very true.
Football.
Graham Jones only good for bus coach driver. He's only good for stat pad.
Even
above, he's only good for the stat pad.
I wouldn't trust him with my school trip. I'll say that much.
Yeah, mate. Keep Ollie. Yeah, keep Ollie. Don't get this. Don't get this guy, man. Seriously.
Yeah, as I said, I'm in this dimension. How do you think Ollie stayed for so long? I'm keeping him in.
But yeah, people, I think we're going to wrap it up here. You know what I'm saying? I need to actually get some sleep, man. I have to wake up at 6. Yeah, because
Yeah,
obviously I
I need to
work.
go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I need to go as well.
Yeah, but good to have you on, Kenny, for the first ever time. Hope you enjoyed it, mate.
Yeah,
Fuck your team, though. You know what I'm saying?
no,
Just
no.
remember that one. Nah, seriously though, cheers for coming on. I appreciate it. And yeah, you told the people where they can find you. You can see it there. Make sure you subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. Make sure you follow him on all his socials. Take care, Chris, for the second time. But appreciate you coming on as well. Appreciate everyone that come on the stream. Make sure you smash a like on your way out and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And content coming up, I will quickly tell you before I wrap up. Now, tomorrow, I don't believe there's going to be any videos out. I think I'm going to have a break tomorrow. There's been quite a lot of videos, around about 2 videos a day at the moment. But on Saturday, it's going to be a vlog to the Luton game. Obviously, I'm going to that. Stoke at home. It's going to be a tough game. If you want to know what I said for score predictions, it's on the Luton show from earlier. So make sure you check that one out if you haven't already. But yeah, so you got that. And then on Sunday, you're going to have something different for the Liverpool game. As it stands, you will not be having a watch along, but you're going to have something different. So keep your eyes out on that. And yeah, I don't know if I'll do a match reaction because what I'm planning to do, I think you lot will like that, and it will include sort of a reaction. But I don't want to get into it too much. I want to surprise you lot. Pause. But yeah, make sure you check that one out. And yeah, as I said, make sure you smash a like on this video. Just quickly, Chris says, find Kenny in the delusional
I do
universe.
not agree with this. I do not agree with this. I do not agree with this. But
Oh, he is violating.
to Chris, goodbye. You been good in the comments with her.
But yeah, as I said, don't forget to smash a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, share the channel, and yeah, I will see you guys Saturday most likely. Not see you live, but you know that's when you next see content from me. So yeah, me and Kenny are out. So take care and peace.